Bonjour. Je m'appelle Leah.
And je m'appelle Sharon. Today we are exploring the cuisine of the French region of Normandy, specifically Basse-Normandie or Lower Normandy. And the food is pretty much the same all through Normandy, but this is the precise home of the famous Camembert cheese and Calvados brandy.
It's the land of apples and cows.
And Leah, do you know what La True Normande is?
It translates as the Norman hole.
The Norman Hole. I can't find an explanation for why it's called that, but it's a very popular between courses frozen treat served in Normandy. It is typically a scoop of green apple sorbet splashed with the Calvados brandy, and perhaps it is meant to create a hole in your stomach to make room for more food. If anyone out there knows, please tell us in the comments. We can't talk about the cooking of Normandy without discussing two main ingredients: dairy and apples. Normandy is famous for its apple products, such as what is going to be in almost everything that we're making today, Calvados. It's an apple brandy, and it can be hard to find in this country, but it's worth tracking down because it really makes a difference, particularly in Normandy recipes. So if you're making the meal that we chose to explore the cuisine of Lower Normandy, your game plan starts a day in advance when you want to begin the green apple sorbet, unless you're lucky enough to find a commercial version near where you live. You will need to slice and freeze the apples overnight. The next day you make a simple syrup on the stove. If you haven't done that before, all that is taking an equal amount of sugar and water, boiling it until the sugar dissolves, and then you take that syrup and pour it over your frozen apples and stick the whole thing, dump the whole thing into the blender and whiz it until it's very smooth, then put it back in the fridge. You let it chill in the fridge, and then you add it to your ice cream maker and churn it away, and it's done. Finally, when you're ready to eat, you have the green apple sorbet, and just pour a little bit of Calvados over it and enjoy.
Very tasty.
Okay, the bread that I made is this lovely apple cider rye, and it will be excellent with a little bit of cheese to start or finish the meal or as a snack. For the main course, I didn't have to do much research. I just turned to one of my favorite cookbooks, which is Around My French Table by Dory Greenspan. And in this cookbook, she has a recipe for chicken a la Normande, which I've made numerous times over the years. It's super easy. It is just chicken breast or chicken thighs cooked with onions, mushrooms, and apples in some butter, and then you add cream at the end, and it's delicious, and my family loves it, and I can almost make it in my sleep.
It is very delicious.
And finally, there's an apple tart made with puff pastry and, again, Granny Smith apples. You can serve this with coffee with what else? A little shot of Calvados in it. In Normandy, that's called Café Calva.
And join us next week when we go to Brittany.
À bientôt!
À bientôt.
Bye.